Hey, everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking on your Tuesday night? And tonight I'm going to tell you about business cards. But you know what? Right now, like, share, subscribe, retweet, all those free things to serve the almighty algorithm. And open up your gifted memberships. Do I have to crawl on? I don't. I feel shame. There we go. So yeah, do that. It's in the crawl. There you go. Frog released Jenna. Wow, that was a nice one. Doopy. Terry. Frog held me hostage. Oh my God. Let's see here. Business card. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If on Thursday, which is of course 4th of July, I don't get invited to a cookout or something fun, I was thinking, what about a non-members only watch party, and we can watch another one of the Why We Fight series? It's just a thought. Terry Nee says, Jenna. And then I don't know what time we would do that. Maybe the regular time. I don't know. I'm open. She loved Frog, held her hostage. Maybe her love for Frog held her hostage. Maybe it's all Harlequin romancy. No caffeine in this. What good is it, I ask you? It's absolutely no good at all. Oh, hey. Guess what I got here? Remember we did the show on the hula hoop? Now, there's a woman. Her name is Metal Maiden Vicky. And she hosts Metal Maiden Vicky's Metal Euphoria on Sonic Asylum Radio, our good friends, on Saturdays. It's like 6 hours. It's awesome. It's awesome. Anyway, she sent me a picture because of the hula hoop show. Let me make myself tiny like Vince the lawyer for this, because I think it's a big picture. Of her mother hula hooping in her sorority in, I believe, the 1950s. There you go. That's Metal Maiden Vicky's mom there on the left, I'd be willing to say. And it says her ears are ringing. Wait, hold on a second. It's just Stockholm Syndrome, whatever. Frog's rap is awesome. I know there's Metal Maiden Vicky. My ears are ringing. Hello, Tom and all. Sunday Janice. Hello, Terry. How did you know? So anyway, there's Metal Maiden Vicky's mom. Hula hooping like a pro back in the day. Back in the day. That's how they used to roll. The year is probably, let's see, great photo. The year is probably 1961. Great photo, Metal Maiden. Hula hoops are making a comeback. Well, they never left at the Metal Maiden Vicky household. My mom is on the right side of the picture. Oh, that's your mom over on the right. I just assumed it was the blonde lady. How awful of me. So there she is over there hiding out underneath the Tom Gully Show logo. Thanks, Dupa. Let me see if I can put that. Look at there. I'll just get my face off of there. We'll get those words off of there. And there she is. Metal Maiden Vicky's mom doing it to it on the hula hoop. Yes, they were always rockers in the Metal Maiden Vicky household. Let's see here. Jack Hanna-Barbera says, what a bunch of hoopla. If you guys haven't been listening to Sonic Asylum Radio, you really do need to go give some of those shows a listen. And if you're going to ask me, I'm a little bit biased, but I would say start with Metal Maiden Vicky's Metal Euphoria there on the weekend. It's awesome. Metal Maiden Vicky says, the blonde woman is one of my mom's sorority sisters. Well, of course. It's a sorority thing there. You have to be one of the sorority sisters. I don't think they let you hula hoop unless you're in the sorority. Thank you for posting this, Tom. No, thank you for sending it. I don't have any other live action people we actually know hula hoop pictures. Akumugan says, quick. SG, colorize that with AI. If you can, add Tom on the left. Doopa says everyone's having fun except the blonde lady. I think she's getting into it. She's inside. Her fun's on the inside. What are they doing? They playing cards. Looks like they're gambling. Well, Vicky's laughing at Jack. What a bunch of hoopla. Oh, that's funny. So there, yeah, that's what's going on. I started the show early, so I've got more time to vamp. Oh, God, I've got a lot of time. Whole bunches of time. Yeah. Business cards. We're going to talk about business cards. I almost didn't even have a topic today, but at the very last second, I chose, for no reason at all, business cards. I said, there's got to, I'll tell you something. Yesterday, I showed you that video of Mount Huashan, the guy standing on it and all that stuff. Guess what got flagged? No audio, just the video. So I removed it from the show so that it would pass muster. My Bill says, hair looks better tonight. Well, I just combed it different or something. I don't know. Aku says, so how do you judge a hula hoop contest? Longest time? Most rotations? I wouldn't say the most rotations. I'd say the most gyrations, if you know what I mean. Forget the palpitations and the rotations and all the tribulations. We're looking for the gyrations. That's what I'd say. That would be my judging instrument. Let's see. We got 12 here on YouTube, 3 on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, and none on Facebook. And in last place, Facebook. Thanks, Facebook. I'm doing you the favor, Facebook, by even streaming on your silly platform. Might have overstated that a little. Oh boy, now there's 3 on Twitter. Okay, let's see here. Rumpled Podcast. Sorry, Rumpled Trenchcoat says, new chat room name, Guy Rations. Gyration. Facebook? What are you talking about? Agu says, I can't wait for Musk to get busted for fraud. Well, I can wait. I'm not in a hurry. It'll happen when it happens. Rumpled Trenchcoat says, and hi, folks. Hello, Rumpled Trenchcoat. Nice to see you, folks. Please say hi to Rumpled Trenchcoat. We do have, to keep our reputation here as the most cheerful chat room on the internet. That's verified by independent sources. Rumpled Trenchcoat says, hey, Doopa. Doo. House of Rebellion. Facebook, get it together, man. You lost your head, fella. Look, when you get StreamYard, this package allows you to stream to 3 places. And so Facebook is one of the 3. It's YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Sorry. People laughing at the House of Rebellion. Chef is in the house. Not the House of Rebellion, but just the house. He's in the house. Not the House of Rebellion, though. Agu says, I hate buffing white. Is that a euphemism? Black is bad because it shows everything, but white is a pain to see what you missed. I'm going to have some work done to my car. And it's black. It's got oxidation. Not a lot and not and not a lot. That's coming out. It's getting buffed out. You know, it ain't gonna look like a piece of onyx. It's my wheels. I'm just leaving Metal Maiden Vicky's mom up here as long as I can. It's a marathon hula hoop contest. What do we got now? 16 on YouTube, 3 on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I have 4 minutes to vamp. All right. It says here, if you can, I'd like to see what the damage is. No. Not going out and taking pictures, and we're not doing this. My guy, Alec, he will take care of it. He and his band of fellow body experts that are recommended to me highly by the Jaguar man. Aku says, boo. It's actually very hard to see what the damage is. I've taken several pictures of my car, and it really doesn't show up in the photos. I'd have to go do some XCU. That's that's business talk in the industry for extra close-up. Maybe. We'll see. It's going to be a while before I get to that. I'm going to have 2 oxygen sensors replaced. And other things. Other than detailing, that'll be the next to last thing I do, I think. Is that a euphemism? Yeah, buffing white. Sounds like a euphemism to me. Agu says, I can pick out 5,000 grit scratches. The issue is getting pics. Yeah, that is the issue. You got that right. The Rev says your Jag should be clay barred before first buffing. I'm going to let Alex and the guy take care of it over there. They came highly recommended by the Jaguar man. They've actually worked on my other car. But that was that was just rehanging the hood properly. Wasn't much of anything. Well, but they did buff a bunch of stuff out. It's a long story. I think I'll just take it over to those guys and let them, because they're nearby here. And do they still make parts for your car? Yes, they do. Sometimes they're difficult to find, but they do still make the parts for the car. I did run a detail shop for 5 years after leaving the divorce. I know, you guys but I'm going to take it over to the, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take it over to the guy my guy recommended. It's local here. Let's see here. I got to open my thing. Get my thing open. Okay. What do we got here? I'm just going to take it over to that guy, How did you find the Jaguar guy? Well, I'm glad you asked, Jack. Oh, by the way, there's this KRLD studios behind me just because the old school ones back in the day, not the ones I worked in. So when I was looking for a car, I was not looking for a Jaguar. I was looking at Mustangs. I was looking at a lot of different things, Chargers, muscle car type stuff. And I kept seeing this Jaguar. It looked really cool. And anyway, long story short is when I made the decision that I'd like to go see it and drive it, I do tremendous amounts of research always. And I found a guy that he's Jaguar certified. He got all the diplomas and stuff on the wall. And been in business for 40 years and had this amazing Google rating. So that's how I found him. And I wouldn't go anywhere else for all the money in the world. Aku says, depending on how often you have it buffed, you should have a thought about having a fresh clear put on. If it gets to this, loses, my guys they'll let me know. But already planning on a clear coat. Terranese says, just Hawk Tua, rub the car down. That Hawk Tua thing gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's just gross. She's gross. If she was my daughter, I'd be very disappointed in her. Red Mobile says, I understand the ceramic coating is good. Haven't used it or seen it yet. Well, they'll know the kind of coating. They'll know what's Jaguar, stuff. I saw in one of my Jaguar groups on Facebook today, a guy posted, just got the windows tinted on my Esna. It looks great. And I'm just like, buy a window that's tinted already. Too thin. I really hate autocorrect. I knew what you're okay. Karen Garvey asked Terry Nee, is Hawk Tua still a thing? Yeah, is that not died out? Had 15 minutes. All right, I'm going to tell you about business cards. Look at that one. Look at that one. That's the First Legal Shield business card. It's amazing to me that in 1895, which is the year of that business card, they would have portraits on them. It seemed like it would be just all type or whatever. For your business and success. Charles M. Wright, expert, pension and claims attorney, 15 years experience, best of references, Wapello, Iowa. And then underneath him, it just says, the expert. Has law advertising really changed that much? Okay, so business cards, you see, are cards bearing business information about a company or an individual. They're shared during formal introductions as a convenience and a memory aid. A business card typically includes the giver's name, company or business affiliation, usually with a logo, and contact information such as street address, telephone number, fax number, email, website. Before the advent of electronic communication, business cards also included telex details. Now they may include social media addresses. Facebook, LinkedIn, X, formerly known as Twitter. Traditionally, many cards were simple black text on white stock, and the distinctive look and feel of cards printed from an engraved plate was a desirable sign of professionalism. In the late 20th century, technological advances drove changes in style, and today a professional business card will often include one or more aspects of striking visual design. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, approximately 7 billion business cards were printed around the world every year. The American company Vistaprint indicates sales of the cards dropped 70% during the pandemic, but rebounded mid-2021. Business cards are printed on some form of card stock. It's also called cover stock or pasteboard. It's thicker and it's more durable than normal writing and printing paper. It's more expensive, too. Oh, boy. The visual effect of the cards, the method with which they're printed, the cost, and other details vary according to cultural or organizational norms and personal preferences. The common weight of a business card varies some by what part of the world. Generally, business cards are printed on a stock that here in this country we call 12 point. That's the thickness. It's 12 point thick. The advent of personal laser and inkjet printers made it possible for people to print their cards at home. High-quality business cards without full-color photographs are normally printed using spot colors on a sheet-fed offset printing press. Some companies have gone so far as to trademark their spot colors. Oh, yes. UPS brown, Owens Corning pink, Cadbury's purple. If a business card logo is a single color and the type is in another color, the process is considered two-color. Like, who didn't know that? Business cards can be coated with UV glossy coat. if you want. You can spot varnish those cards if you want to. The dimensions of a card in these United States are 3.5 inches by 2 inches. I know that you wanted to know that. And culturally, these cards mean different things to different people. The Japanese prize business cards, which is, they also call them meishi, typically features company name at the top, the largest print, followed by the job title, then the name of the individual. It's written in Japanese characters on one side, often Latin on the other. Nobody knows why. Well, they do know why. I just don't know why because I didn't study this enough. But the QR codes are not very popular there. Only 3% of people there have them. The presentation of one's business card to another person in Japan is more formal and ritualistic than in the Western world. The card should be held at the top 2 corners, face up, and turned so that it can be read by the person receiving the card, who takes it by the bottom 2 corners using both hands. It's a ritual. Placing one's fingers over the name or other information is considered rude. Upon receiving the card, one is expected to read the card over, noting the person's name and their rank. One should then thank the other person, saying, "I accept your name card," and then bow. When the cards are being exchanged between parties with different status, such as between the president of a company and someone in middle management, it's proper that the person of lower status extend his or her business card in such a way that is underneath or below the card being extended by the person in a higher position. Business cards in Japan should be kept in a smart leather case where they will not become warm or worn, which are both considered a sign of disrespect or thoughtlessness. The business card that you receive should not be written on or placed in a pocket. It is considered proper to file the card at the rear of that smart leather case. If the card is being presented at a table, the recipient keeps the card on top of the leather case until they leave the table. Several people are involved in the meeting, and one receives several cards. The one with the highest rank is kept on the leather case, the others beside it on the table. The lower cards are not allowed on top of the leather case. No, we won't be having that, will we? There are other formats than just printed paper cards, one of which was rather popular for a very short period of time, was the compact disc business card, which could hold 35 to 100 megabytes of data. These business card CDs may be square, round, oblong, but are approximately the same size as a conventional business card. CD business cards are designed to fit within the 80 millimeter tray of a computer's CD-ROM drive. They're playable in most tray computer drives, but do not work in slot loading drives. Despite the ability to include dynamic presentations and a lot of data, these discs were never really in common use, though you can still find them. So business cards are also made from PVC, frosted translucent plastic, clear crystal plastic, white or metallic plastic. Other extraordinary materials are metal, rubberized cards, rubber, magnets, poker chips, wooden nickels, even real wood. For the most part, those special material business cards are standard formats, sometimes with rounded corners. There are several, why don't I get you another, this business card. Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. Let me get that slide I was going to show. There it is. Richard M. Nixon. I'd like to thank you, StreamYard, for always helping. There are several hundred known collectors of business cards, especially antique cards, celebrity cards, or cards made of unusual materials. One of the major business card collectors club is the IBCC, the International Business Card Collectors. And those members exchange cards with other members simply for the price of postage. Well, and that's really all I have to tell you about business cards. A business card. Yeah. Till Friday, the Haktua girl will still be a thing, according to Terry Nee. Aku Mugen says, I hate ceramic coating. Pain to put on, and it hardens the clear, which makes sanding a pain. That Haktua girl, according to Metal Maiden Vicky, had made a buttload of money already and sang on stage with some country singer. The things that make you quickly famous in the world, yes. Metal Maiden Vicky says, just like that, I'll cash you outside girl was on Dr. Phil years ago. She's friggin' rich now, too, all for being a brat. Yeah, she does rap, and she's in rap videos, and she raps. But that look in the mirror can't be so hot, though. Karen Garby says, Terry, the day after the 4th of July, the 5th of July, that's when she's done. Let's see Paul Allen's card, says Jack Anna-Barbera. I don't know anything about that. Unquenchable Fire says, comedians love business cards. You'll also often find them strewn about the parking lot of a comedy club after people drop them. Terry Nee, madness. Oh, no. F. Rutro, big business cards didn't want Tom to spill their secrets. Tom, do you have a business card? You know what? Embarrassingly, right this second, I do not. I have some on the way. I have a ton of old business cards. I've got a bajillion of those. Metal Maiden Vicky says, I use Vistaprint for my business cards. My cards are red. Richard M. Nixon, candidate for congressman. Look at that. I got you. I covered you on that. I could smell what The Rock was cooking. Should I open the phone lines? I always regret it when I do. So, of course, keeping with the Wolf's philosophy, once you start to go down that road, you do anything you can to make it worse. Let's see here. I'd like to see Galumbo. There we go. Our good friend Galumbo. Let's see. Metal Maiden Red and Brick. Red and Black, sorry. Metal Maiden, love the telephone number on the Nixon card. Let me look at it again. Whittier 42635. Yes. It's back when it was such and such, 604. It was Brooklyn 9735. It was Asheville, whatever. It's some stupid exchange. Jack says, my friend used to live in Whittier. So did Richard Nixon's campaign office. Aku says, the main shop I work for has cards we are supposed to put in customers' cards when we finish the job. I grabbed a fistful of the mechanics cards to remind owners to retorque the lugs. Well, I'm glad you did that. Otherwise, the lugs wouldn't have been retorqued. And I think we all know how painful that can be. Wow, 40 more minutes I got to do here. When I just made that first 20 minutes seem like 3 hours to most viewers, and I got to do okay. Thought there'd be more about business cards. I gotta say, Aku says, we've had a few cars lose a tire. Well, that's not going to be good for your Google reviews. Less lost tires than you'd think. That's not a great motto. Riveting stuff. Yes, indeed. None that I worked on. No, of course not. I wouldn't have suspected that you would have done something like that because that's just not you. It's not in your nature. Let's remember good old Scarlet Witch, Tom Gully. Remember that one? And then, of course, everybody's favorite, the Ice Cream Man. Yes. And who can forget Frankenstein, Tom? One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Oh, it's trying to open the phone lines. That's a good sign. It's attempting to open the phone lines. Look at that. That's like a dead ringer. It's a dead ringer. Unquenchable Fire, what are your favorite podcasts? I like my listeners are comfortable enough to ask about other people's show right in front of me. I mean, right in front, just right in front of me. Rumple Trenchcoat says, I like the Sinatra Suddenly, Tom. Okay, cool. Well, I'm thinking we do Why We Fight series, not for members, but for everybody on 4th of July. That's what I think. A different Why We Fight, because there's 7 of them. Metal Main Vicky says, I'm bad with my business cards, though, because when I'm out and about at a show or something, I always forget to hand some out. I do the same thing. And then it seems like when somebody asks me for one, I'm digging through a bag, and the only ones I have are the beat-up ones. That's what it seems like anyway. Phone lines are open, 972-994-6822. Yeah, I need to replenish the ones that are in my news reporter bag that I use for business now. And, yeah, I need to replenish those. They were plenished, but now they need to be replenished. I had them completely plenished. Rest assured, plenishment occurred. Then I replenished them. Then I had to plenish them again. Don't know what I'm eating for dinner tonight. Not even hungry. Tired. I'm tired down to the bones of my heels and tired. But I get Wednesday off. Sorry, not Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesday night, I don't have to do a show. And I get the next day. Well, part of the next day. I got to do this stupid show on Thursday. Let's see here. There's a few survival-themed cards. I had one that was a flint and steel, and another was snap-out tools. Cool. Hey, so what do you guys think? What's a good time on Thursday to do a watch party for one of the Why We Fights? Because I've mentioned it 3 times now, and not one damn person has said, that's a great idea, let's do it. Not one person. Hi, and welcome to the Tom Gully Show. You're on the air.
Well, I'm a second-time caller and first-time viewer.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
Chef Randy.
Chef, how you doing?
Nice I was making a joke.
Nice to hear you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Have a night off from making those, what kind of pizzas?
Fancy pizzas that you make there.
Fancy pizzas, that's correct.
Yeah. Well, Metal Main Vicky says she watched the show on The Wolf. That was a good one. Being someone who lived in a college dorm and stuff, I was enjoying your stories and everything. Well, even if I had never lived in a dorm. So aren't you executive chefing for a big company as well?
Yes, well, not a big company. I'm working for Ioza's Pizza.
Oh, I thought you had gotten a job for that big pharmaceutical company.
I was working on that, but had to go through so many hoops, and it's like, nah.
Yeah. Nah. Well, that, and you got the other gig, so.
Right.
Yeah. Toby McGrovey is gifted one Tom Gully Show membership. Melmain Vicky says it would be a good show even if you didn't live in a college or go to a dorm. Aku says I count as a person now. So what's new? What's new in the life of Chef Randy?
About the same old thing. Same old thing.
Well, that's not new. That's the same old thing.
Right.
Anyway, so you like the new gig?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. I got Subway coming, so I'll give you a call back.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Bye-bye. Felt like I was bothering him or something. Hi all, says Diana O'Brien. It was good to hear from Chef Randy. Always good to hear from Chef Randy. Toby McGrovey, $5. Thank you, Toby. That was very, very nice of you. Very nice of you. Chef Randy, what's your signature dish? He told us that one time. It was a pasta dish, I think. He'll tell us again. Hello, Diana. That might have been the dish that I might have asked him the dish at the place he was working at the time. That was his signature. I can't remember. My sisters say he's really good cook, though. He's a really good chef. And they would know. I'm pretty sure they both cooked. See here. Tom, do you ever go to the Fort Worth Stockyards? I hear they're cool. They are cool. I have been to them. I haven't been in a while. I mean, I've been here for 25 years, so once you go to it a number of times. But the Stockyards have a big roadhouse called Billy Bob's. That I highly, highly, highly recommend. There's also sort of a legendary Fort Worth music venue bar called the White Elephant that's worth going to. And you may recognize that from Walker, Texas Ranger. It was the bar in Walker, Texas Ranger. So there you go. Get yourself a little action that way. 33 more minutes. Dear Lord of all that's holy. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, do all those things to serve the almighty algorithm. But also, you can super chat, or, and Toby McGrovey's been very nice, he super chatted, and he gifted a membership. If you turn on your gifted memberships, there's a chance. There's a better than zero chance someone will gift you a membership. And then you get to watch the member stuff sometimes when we do it. But I'm still looking for a time. Somebody said 2 a.m. I'm not doing it at 2 a.m. What's a good time to do the thing on Thursday? Or else I'll just go to a cookout, have a burger, and watch kids with sparklers hurt themselves, even though their parents have warned them over and over again. Oh, dear. We got 13 now on YouTube and 5 on X, formerly known as Twitter. X, formerly known as Twitter, people, we love you. Thank you for being here. We'd love to see and hear your comments, but X won't let us do that. So if you want to be commenting and seeing, and then you have to come to YouTube. Or you can go to Facebook. But I mean, if you really want to go. So. Jack Hanna-Barbera says 7 p.m. Central. I don't know what that means, but I'm in favor of it. No idea what he's referring to, but I support it wholeheartedly. 972-994-6822. That's the big number. Metal Maiden Vicky says, I've been to Grapevine, Texas before when I was working for a marketing company that had a Purina as a client. I helped head up a program called Pro Plan Rally to Rescue. We would attend events. And Grapevine, by the way, is just sort of on the northeast outskirts of Dallas. How's Wolf doing? One of my favorite Let Me Tell You About episodes was Tom and the Wolf together. He's doing very well. He called in here the other day. And I spoke with him for 5.5, maybe 6 hours on Sunday. Melody and Vicky says, around the country with 10 animal rescues with adoptable animals. Cool. I think it was called Days of Grapevine. What a wonderful little town. It's called Grapevine Days, actually. So you had it. Rumpled Trenchcoat has gifted a Tom Gully Show membership. Well, thank you so much for doing that and giving the gift of membership to this, to people. Yeah, Grapevine Days. They make wine there. Randy says, I'm sorry, Tom, I ordered Subway. They were knocking at the door when I was talking to you. Don't worry about it. I'm heartened to know that a fancy chef like yourself still is humble enough to order Subway. Okay, Grapevine Days. No, you had it. You had it. That's more than most people would remember. Aku says, I missed out on a chance to tell you to use True Quote. Oh, you got to have that True Quote, you know. Metal Main Vicky, it is a wonderful little downtown area, the old Grapevine. Yeah, you got to get that True Quote, you know. You're going to want that True Quote. Terrini, have anyone won something putting their business card in a punch bowl? I think I did one time, but it wasn't worth winning. You know, it was like 2 rounds of golf somewhere or something. Jack Hanna-Barbera says, we need to know Randy's go-to Subway sandwich. That's it, Randy. We want to know what's your go-to Subway sandwich. I'd like to know that. Good question, Jack Hanna-Barbera. Karen Garvey says, Terry, did you win something in the business card punch bowl raffle? Metal Man Vicky says, I've never done that, Terry. Never won a business card punch bowl extravaganza. I think I remember winning one, but like I said, it was something, you know, get one tire rotated, or it was some stupid no one would ever do. Karen Garvey says 2 rounds of golf. Ken is fun. I don't like golf to begin with. And so if I'm golfing, I want to be there for the full. I'm not putting on the stupid clothes and the colors that don't come from anything in nature collection of shirts and pants. Unless I'm golfing. I haven't golfed since I sliced and hit an old man with my slice. And we were all yelling 4 at the top of our lungs in my defense. Bam. And then I was done. Done golfing. Let's see here. Oh, 972-994-6822. 15 on YouTube. 6 on Twitter, formerly known as X. We love you, Twitter. We love you. Tommy McGroby says, we still keep missing the Reverend Wild Bill with a membership. He's got a brand account. He can't get a membership. Terry Nee says, I played 9 holes today. It was glorious. I'm assuming you were golfing. So, just an assumption. Oh, I'm wearing one of my cool t-shirts. I got a lot of cool t-shirts. Let's see here. Karen Garvey say, when we golfed, the loser had to run a serpentine back to their cart. I don't. When we golfed, the losers had to listen to the winners. I think you guys got off easy. You fellas got off easy over there is what happened to you. But a lot of business cards are exchanged on golf courses. I'm willing to bet. Don't know that to be true, but I'm pretty much convinced it's true. Don't know that for certain, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'm certain that happened. Melanie V says, what's run a serpentine, Dupa? Oh, serpentine is when you run in the pattern or path like a serpent would run. If you've never seen the amazing movie The In-Laws with Peter Falk, Alan Arkin, Serpentine show, Serpentine. Is this Chef Randy again?
Yes, it is.
I recognize the number. Yeah.
So my go-to,
Yes.
well, has to be multi-grain bread
Okay.
and a BLT and lettuce and tomato, of course,
Yeah.
and then a little bit of mayonnaise,
Yeah.
and I put my own avocado on it. All right.
Right.
And then a little bit of red vinaigrette. And that'll take me through the rest of the night.
And the bacon, of course.
I don't like bacon on it, but I love bacon.
I double the bacon on mine.
There you go, then.
Yes. Well, there. People now know your go-to sandwich. Diana Bryan says she's been out to B&Q today for hanging basket flowers and patio plants. Took me a few hours to put them together, so I'm pretty tired. Back is aching. On the plus side, looks beautiful at the O'Brien's. We don't know what B&Q is, so you have to tell us.
The Italian.
No, I mean B&Q is what she said. It's a store in England, I think. Metalman V says, my dad has been an avid golfer for years and never learned, but would go to the driving range sometimes with him. Dupa, thumbs up from Terry Nee. I bet Randy is a Sun Chips man. Chef Randy, are you a Sun Chips man?
No, lately I've been in the sour cream and onion chips.
Yeah, love those. Do you like yours with ridges or the flat ones?
I like flat.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about flat is you get down to the, chips are all gone and you got that chip dust shards. Impossible to eat. It's impossible to eat. Yes. You try and tip it out and your face is just covered with crap.
You have a point there.
Let's see. Aku says, I might be prepping some pork belly this weekend to smoke to make bacon. Wow. You guys are
pork belly.
Flat Sun Chips.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Pork belly. I like them.
I'm gonna get my sisters to come into your restaurant.
Well, maybe you have to come down and come to my restaurant.
I mean, I was in Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, if I'm ever in Indianapolis, I definitely will come to your restaurant. It's just getting me up there. It's kind of difficult. Especially, pretty soon here, it's going to be impossible because it's going to get cold.
In Indy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to get cold. Like in August. Now it'll be like November. It'll just one day, it'll just be 10 degrees out. Aku says,
there's a whole joke about Indy. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I did.
Go ahead. I want to hear the joke.
It's funny. People say it's like, okay, Indy. Like some days you have to have an umbrella and wear shorts and don't be scared about the thunderstorms because it'll happen in one day.
Yeah. It's awful. Aku says, most things that spend hours on the big smoker have bourbon on or in it. Diana Bryan, B&Q is a home and garden store, everything from tools, kitchens, plants, etc., etc. Okay, cool. We learned something today. That's what we learned on the show today, so don't ask me. Let's learn the name of, there's a store called B&Q over there.
I've got a buddy of mine. Gosh, man, that's crazy. I have, he's been there for 8-9 years.
Where, B&Q?
Yes.
Oh, well. You guys are jet setters around here. I don't even know anybody that works at Walmart. So I don't have any connections at all. None. Zero. Well, I guess if I need some sign language interpretation, I'm set. Or
Oh yeah, Laura help you with that.
yeah, psychoanalyst type stuff. My other sister can help me.
Well, I hope Laura's not listening or anything, but I do have a joke about Laura.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, but don't send it to the family or anything.
No,
Right.
nobody in my family watches this show.
She's highly educated and everything.
Yep.
And what does she do? She has a degree in sign language.
Yep.
So basically, she sits down, Facebook or whatever with her clients, and she just talks with her hands and makes a lot of money. It's like, I'm sweating in a hot box making food to please people. It's like, she's making more money than I am.
Well,
something's wrong with that picture.
Well, I know. She does. I think she's in charge of all that now. I don't know that she does it that much, but maybe she does. I think she still does for several hours a day. But yeah, she's in front of a camera, just interpreting between people that can speak and people that can't hear.
Right.
So yeah, that's what she does.
I believe at one point in time she was the backup for the sign language person for Obama.
I don't know whether she got to do it for Obama. I know she did it for a whole bunch of really giant politicians that came to Indianapolis. Thanks for the gifted membership, Rumpel, says Diana O'Brien. Oh, that Rumpel, you're such a nice guy. Metalman Vicky says, Diana, are there Home Depot and or Lowe's in the UK? That's a good question. But I don't know. Do you make a? Oh, does somebody ask what your specialty is?
Well, that's kind of hard to say because I always want to learn new things.
Yeah.
So I can make a great lasagna. That's easy. Shrimp scampi, fish from Alaska. I could skin it and cook it and sear it and all that kind of stuff. So at my age, it's not so much what I can do. It's like a lot of places I work at, they have the open kitchens. Mm-hmm. So the people can see what I'm making and everything. And when I put it out and I can see them take a bite of it. I remember one time when I was working at Salt, and it's open kitchen, and this guy took a bite of his food and just his eyes just, this is good.
Yeah.
And then he gives a bite to his girl, and she's like, yeah, you could just see it on their face. And she did the same thing to him. That's what I work for.
Gotcha. So, hello, Doc Torn. Haven't heard of those, Middleman Vicky, says Diana Bryan. So no Lowe's or Home Depot. Aku says, I can fake a brisket with a sirloin top roast. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I could do that.
So, like, if Gordon Ramsay was coming to your restaurant, what dish would you make for him to impress him?
Well, that's a really hard question because he has done a lot more than I have.
Right.
So that's a loaded question as far as did I know he was coming?
No,
so I could prepare something.
Nope, it's just surprise.
Or he
right
just walked in the door.
Just walked in the door. Said, "Make me your best dish, you donkey. Make me your best dish. Come
I
on,
would
big boy.
say because it's English, I would say fish. I would say I'm thinking. I would say a stuffed salmon with a little bit of ricotta cheese, lemon, and orange,
Oh wow.
and then sear it, and then put it in the oven, and then depending on what I have at the time, a little bit of sauce on top of it, with
Sauce.
a side of what they call smashed bacon sauce.
Works for
That's
me.
what I would do.
Okay. Melanie Biggie says she was to ask something similar. And Aku says, don't forget, James may beat Ramsey with a fish pie while very drunk. James may beat Ramsey. Well, people have beaten Ramsey before at stuff. It's not unheard of. Metal Main Vicky says he being Gordon Ramsay, of course. The doctrine says Metal Main Vicky, hail milady. Milady. Well, all right then. Cool. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. You've had to have cooked for some celebrities. I mean, even if they're just Colts and Pacers, you had to
I
have,
have.
yeah. And then
I
you
have.
had the whole NBA there for a while.
Yes. Oh gosh, I was thinking about him the other day. It was on TV. Big tall player, of course they are. Gosh, I can't
Shaq,
remember his name. No, Walton.
Bill
What's his name?
Walton,
Bill
he just
Walton.
passed away about a month ago.
Yeah. Yes. He was in Nevermore.
Oh wow!
Yes. Like I say, you can't take pictures or
Right.
ask for autographs or anything. But he was standing there in the middle of the room with his arms all crossed, and everybody is shorter than him, and they were taking pictures. But yes, yes, um, a lot of Colts players. I've
Yeah,
had.
yeah. The way they play, they're not that famous.
Well,
You know. But Gardner Minshew is just fun to say. You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Well,
just sometimes you go into work wherever I'm working at, and you go into work and it's like, oh, what's a star for? Oh, that's so and so. It's like, oh, okay, and they're like, oh, we got to do this real good. It's like, no, you do it the same
yeah.
as always.
Yeah.
Anybody that walks in, you know, should
Jack.
get the same.
Yeah. There's no special treatment. You give everybody the best you can do.
Exactly.
Jack Hanna-Barbera says Bill Walton seemed like he would be a vegetarian. He kind of does, but maybe not. Did you make Larry Bird French lick onion soup? Says Jack.
No, I can't say I did. What was that? What did you
Jul-
say before?
Julian Zezer asked, do big athletes get or require larger portions than most of us?
No, for the most part, they don't. Now, sometimes they will ask for a light menu, which means a smaller portion
Uh-huh.
at the same price.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, tell you what, I'm going to start shutting this baby down.
Okay.
And I know this is getting close time to say goodnight, Gracie.
Thank you, sir.
We'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Not a problem. Bye.
Chef Randy letting us in on the behind the scenes of being a chef. Being a chef. He makes some fancy pizzas. Let's see here. I bet Dwight Freeney could put away a lot of ham. Maybe. maybe those guys are actually on pretty strict diets. I don't know how much, I'm sure they have a certain calorie load and all that stuff. Let's see, Dino Brand. What meal would make me Randy? I don't think you meant that the way it was typed. You're asking what meal Randy would make you, not what meal would make you Randy, which means a completely different thing in England. Karen Garby says, thanks for calling, Randy. Yeah, thanks, Randy. Appreciate that. You ladies, you rapscallions, you. Okay, so I still don't know what we're doing for Thursday, and we have just a few minutes to decide. Did you want regular time with Why We Fight Watch Party, or do you want a different time? I just need to know. What is scampi? It's a shrimp dish made with shrimp. Hannah Bryan says, oh my God. And then thumbs down. Well, just somebody tell me a time. I could do it a little earlier because I'm not at work. As late as possible. We're not ladies, we're broads. Bunch of dames. As late as possible. Well, see, then Diana doesn't get to watch. She's on 6 hours ahead of us. Shrimp scampi. I gathered that, Tom. I don't know what you gathered, but I gather you gathered it. Trenchcoat says, I prefer outfits earlier than regular time, so 6 o'clock Eastern. All right. Shrimp etouffee. That's pretty good stuff, too. As early as possible. Good Lord. Okay, so 6 Eastern is 5 Central. I can do that. Unless, of course, I get invited to some hot cookout where there's going to be broads. Weird audio correct there. Okay. There's going to be some broads. Typing wrong. Sorry about that. Well, maybe. I think both questions are valid. Both valid questions. All right, let's close this stupid phone line. This stupid phone line, so stupid. Tom, what do you put on your hot dog? Usually, I put cheese and mustard on it. Sometimes I will include ketchup with the mustard. But generally, I like some cheese on my hot dog. And sometimes just mustard. Probably most of the time. But occasionally, a little ketchup will find its way on there. Thank you for asking. My burgers are ketchup, mustard, pickle, cheese. Those are my burgers. Shredded cheddar? It just depends. Sometimes I'll take a slice of Munster or provolone and put it in the bun and then put the hot dog on top of it, get it all melty. Cheese sauced and diced shallots. That's a fancy hot dog. Metal Maiden Vicky says cheese on hot dogs is good. You darn tootin' it is. Stupid does. And then I go to a place when I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana called world famous Fort Wayne Coney Island. And they've been around since 1904. And they put this stuff called the sauce on it, which is a thin gravy and then chili meat sort of mixed up together. Here's one for the chef. I'm making my own vanilla extract from Hennessy and bourbon blend. Wow. Metalman Vicky says, remember, Oscar Mayer had hot dogs with cheese inside. They were okay. Yeah, Johnsonville has them, and so does Earl Campbell's Red Hot and Cheddar. They're delicious. Metalman Vicky says, we have a specialty hot dog place near me, and I get queso on top. It was so good. Yes. Coney Island, they have the little bottles of Coke. And they'll make you chili, and they also make a highly underrated hamburger. Most people go there for the Conies, but the bun was toasted too. Oh, I think they're steamed at Coney Island. I think the buns are steamed. Look at all those steaming weenies. What movie? Meatballs. Okay, kids. I think we're getting close to time. Okay, so we're going to do a show. If we do a show on Thursday, 4th of July, we're going to watch one of the Why We Fight series documentaries. It's going to be for everybody, not just for members. And it's going to start at 6 Eastern, which is 5 Central. I start the show, and there's nobody here. Anyway, American hot dogs. Let's see here. You're really interested in Tom's hot dog, Jack. Yes. Dana Bryan says, American hot dogs sound delicious. They are delicious. Oh, they are. As the words of Humphrey Bogart, a hot dog at the ballpark beats a steak at the Ritz any time. He actually said that. Bogey actually said that. Oh, I got to bring my video back up because they kicked me off of here. By mistake, I think. I don't know. Oh, the doctrine says queso Mexican for cheese, queso Southern. So this is the plan, but you might not like it. Queso, this is the plan. That's funny. Aku says I should be in the land of the living for this stream. All right. Jack Hanna Bears, is this the stuff that dreams are made of? Like the Maltese Falcon? Like the Maltese Falcon? All right. I think it's time to stick a fork in this sucker, don't you guys? Don't you think we should be finished? Isn't it time, really, to say, till next time. We'll see you next time. And cue.
I don't want to talk about that, 'cause I got the love of a beautiful woman. There's nothing's gonna take her place. She make me feel just like a natural born winner when I'm not even in the race. That's why they call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Never had a whole lot of money. I was never good at games and chance. When I'm playing cards with my buddies, well, the money flies right out of my pants.